Yeah, hello guys. Welcome to the Bolt IoT community. And this is a workshop conducted by Bolt IoT. And I will be mentoring this session. I am Manikanta Chegu from CBIT. So we will wait for a couple of minutes so that everyone can join. Yeah, hello guys. Welcome to the Bolt IoT. So how many are you from first years? You can just message me. You can message in the live chat so that I can see. Yeah, great. Yeah, I will be telling you now in 5 minutes. I will be telling you what are the languages you can learn so that you can come to know. Shivangi Gupta. Thanks for message. So let us start the workshop. So hi guys, as I told you earlier, I am Manikanta Chegu. So this is an event hosted by Bolt IoT based upon web development. And here I will be telling you about the language that you have to learn at the start of the first year and when to learn DSA and when to learn web development and what are the combinations in the web development, mainly in the backend. And I will be suggesting you a good roadmap at the end, and I will be showing you the projects I have did in the web development. So the content that we gonna discuss in this live session are so first one is so introduction and which coding language to start off with, and then what you will be doing in the second sem and the third sem, and then web development and the various combinations of backend and the roadmap of front end, backend, and at the last you will be knowing what are the extension technologies you can learn to web development. So, no, am I? Actually, I am a student at CBIT, currently pursuing my information technology fourth sem in So the coming to the technical skills I have, the languages I have learned are C++, Java, C, Python, HTML, CSS, and the frameworks I have learned are Bootstrap and Express.js. So when and how did I started coding? So coming to the JEE mains, that is before the BTech. So uh, I thought everyone will attempt JEE mains and will think about going to IITs and NITs by attempting JEE mains and advanced, right? So even I thought the same, and I have attempted the JEE mains, and I got less marks than I have expected, and I have attempted it for 4 times, and the best percentile of mine is 95.6. So what I thought is instead of preparing for advance, I thought to start coding. So I have not attempted the JEE advance then, and I have started coding. So while starting the coding, you will be having some stress like which language you to start off with. So there are many languages like C, C++, Java, Python, and C Sharp, etc. are there. And to start off with, many will suggest you C, Java, or Python, right? So coming to see why they will suggest you is that is the basic language, so that you can know all the basics. And Python and Java are the growing languages right now, so they will suggest you them. So C sharp and those will not be suggested to you because they are more kind of industrial languages. Those will be used in the industries more. So those won't be suggesting to you at the start. So mainly what I will tell you is start off with C++ because even in Java also the features that you will get in C are very limited when compared to C++, Java, and Python. So when I wanted to start coding, so I have few of the suggestions like C to start off with C or C++. So I thought to take C++ because C++ will be having object-oriented programming and also like template libraries when you wanted to use predefined data structures like queues and stacks, right? And even in the Java also you will be having the same features. And Python, it will be very easy language to start off with. But if you learn Python at the start and when you want to shift the language to Java or C, it will be very difficult for you to switch the language. So it's better to start with C++ so that you can learn C at the later on easily, and also you can come to know the object oriented programming as well, and also you can have the template libraries for the data structures. So it's better to start off with C++. Even if you are in the second year, you have started Python or Java, it's fine. But make sure that you have learned object-oriented programming, and even Python or Java also you will be having some predefined template libraries, and you should be knowing that. So even if you have started also, it's fine. But you have to start now. I will suggest you that start with C++. Even I have started with C++ only, and when went to college. So when I went to college, we have C in our college curriculum. So it was very easy to me to learn the C also. So then I started to participate in coding events like Code Chef, and there will be other events also like Lead Code. Uh, in Lead Code, you will be having questions which are of median level. So for the beginners, it will be difficult to you to start with lead code. So I will suggest you to start with the code chef so that it can be easy. There will be 7 questions in the code chef. So beginner can solve up to 4 questions. So that will be easy one. So what are the mistakes I have did in the first year, or I could not able to manage the time. So, because at the end there will be sem exams, right? You have to manage sem exams and as well as the coding. I couldn't able to manage this. Somehow we will be having fear at the first time, right? How will be the papers? You have to prepare for them. You have to get some good CGPA. So even I was like that, but make sure that you will manage those. And then, yeah, up to know if you are having any queries, you can just message. Yeah, the recordings are will be available in the YouTube later on. No problem. Mm, are there any queries till now? Up to first time, I have told you right which language to choose with, and later on how to proceed, which coding platforms you have to participate on. Yeah, I think there are no queries till now. If you are having, just message in the comment section so that I can see. So, what to do in the second sem? After starting the basics of the a language like coding language like C++, I have learned some bit manipulations and the basics like basic syntaxes like for loop, if conditions, and then bit manipulation and some object-oriented programming in C++. Later on, in the second sem, I thought to start with DSA or web development. So what my brothers and seniors has suggested me because is in our curriculum there is DSA. So instead of doing web development, you can start off with DSA. Even it's important for your placements. You can start with DSA, and later on you can proceed to the web development in the later stage. So I have started DSA then. So how I have started DSA is I have searched for a good YouTube channel on YouTube. Like My Code Schools is a good channel, and in My Code School you can find data structures up to uh, trees, and then for graphs you can go on to Striver, and for practicing the problems you can go to Lead Code, so that the applications of that particular data structures will be strengthened. In lead code, I have solved up to 45 problems. So it was a good experience to me, and the application in the application point of view, it will be very good for an individual to strengthen his skills. And the mistakes during the DSA are same thing. Like I cannot able to participate in many events, coding events. So try to manage those. Even in every sem, you cannot able to find time, but somehow try to manage the time and participate in many events as possible. Try to participate in at least one or two events per week. So coming to the main part, that is web development. I have told you regarding the DSA and the coding language to start off with, right? So now I will be telling about the front end development and the back end development. So basically, what is front end development and what is back end development? The front end development is the, like when you open a website, the elements that you are viewing on the screen are the front end, and the process that is behind the website, like on the server side, that will be the back end. So for any website, for any dynamic website, there will be two ends, like the server end and the client end. So client end, the elements that you are viewing are front end development, and the server side that you are viewing are back end development. Those cannot be viewed, but the process that is going on at the server side will be the back end. So coming to the front end, what are the parts of the front end? There will be no various combinations other than HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. There are some like Tailwind CSS, like those, but those won't be suggesting by anyone to you. Uh, Mainly for the front end, everybody will be learning HTML, CSS, and JavaScript only. So what is HTML? So what the text that is displaying on the website is the HTML, and the position of the text, where should it be displayed, and the color of the text, and the position of the text, and the size of the text, it will be done by CSS. So when it comes to functionality, when you click on any menu button, uh, like uh, even in YouTube also, if you try to comment, Yeah, I will be telling you how to insert image in the web. Uh, Murtaza hardware. Yeah, I will be telling you. So for the JavaScript, JavaScript mainly based on the functionality of the website. If you even if you come to YouTube also, if you want to just message in the like comment in the YouTube, you wanted to click on the comment section, right? Then the live chat will be open. So the functionality will be done by the JavaScript. So when you compare it with the humans, then HTML will be the skeletal system, and the shape and the position and it will be done comes by muscular system, right? So that will be done by CSS, and the functionality here in the human body it will be done by nervous system, right? So now it is the JavaScript. So coming to the projects, I will show you a project that is purely based on HTML, CSS and JavaScript, which will be having no frameworks. um,
You can also remotely operate anything, like a robot, and run machine learning algorithms to predict its battery health over time and replace it before a breakdown. Suppose you want to know how efficiently you run every day or keep a track of it on a daily basis. You can do this either by taking notes or by developing a simple monitoring or control system using Bolt. Bolt is a completely integrated platform. The Bolt app identifies your chip when it's powered on and connects it to the internet network you've set up. It then establishes a secure connection with your cloud account and notifies you once it's complete. The cloud dashboard lets you create products in just 2 steps. All you need to do is configure your hardware and write a code to either monitor the data from your sensors or control a device. The platform's open APIs let you add your own tools to the dashboard and connect it with different apps for your own unique projects. The cloud lets you receive notifications of critical events, and with a single click, lets you run machine learning algorithms to predict future data or to even detect anomalies in your machines and prevent a failure well ahead of time. The platform is language independent and lets you work with any of your favorite coding languages. This helps you save time and avoid unnecessary complications. And the best part, it's the most economical IT platform available. Bolt is applicable in
Yeah, sorry for the disturbance, guys. There is some internet issue on my side. So, Utkarsh Arjaria. Yeah, you can start web development now. If you are having interest now, you can just start the web development even now. Also, you can just learn front end and then back end if you are interested, and then you can move on to some internships. Then it will be great for you also for the placements. So you are viewing some code on the screen, right? So I will be just running the code. Yeah, are you viewing the Clip Gallery website here? Yeah. Yeah, sorry for the interruption. This is the basic front end website that I want to show you. So this is a Clip Gallery website where you will be clicking on an image, then the main image will be popping out. So parallelly, the information regarding the image is will be displayed at the down parallelly. So when you click on grapes, the image information will be changed later on. So this is the basic front end website where there will be no frameworks using on. I will be showing the code also. So this is a uh, this is a single page application where the images information I have stored them in an array. So image name will be stored here and the thumbnail. When I have run an array on that, and I have run an for loop on that, so that the image will be displaying and the information will be displaying.
product. But as you can see, he's still working on it. How are you doing, John? There are many makers, developers, and hobbyists who waste a lot of time, money, and energy building an IoT product. Going the traditional way to build such a product is boring, cumbersome, and most of all, tough. So, what should people like John do? They should get this. Sorry. This is Bolt, an IT platform that lets you control or monitor things over the internet. With Bolt, it's just a few steps. Connect your sensors or actuators to Bolt, write a short code, visualize the data, or control your devices over the internet. My bike tells me it's using too much fuel and I better get it serviced. My plants tell me they're not getting enough water or sunlight. So what Bolt basically does is that it collects and visualizes the necessary data for monitoring for many of your sensors. You can also remotely operate anything, like a robot, and run machine learning algorithms to predict its battery health over time and replace it before a breakdown. Suppose you want to know how efficiently you run every day or keep a track of it on a daily basis. You can do this either by taking notes or by developing a simple monitoring or control system using Bolt. Bolt is a completely integrated platform. The Bolt app identifies your chip when it's powered on and connects it to the internet network you've set up. It then establishes a secure connection with your cloud account and notifies you once it's complete. The cloud dashboard lets you create products in just 2 steps. All you need to do is configure your hardware and write a code to either monitor the data from your sensors or control a device. The platform's open APIs let you add your own tools to the dashboard and connect it with different apps for your own unique project. The cloud lets you receive notifications of critical events and with a single click lets you run machine learning algorithms to predict future data or to even detect anomalies in your machines and prevent a failure well ahead of time. The platform is language independent and lets you work with any of your favorite coding languages. This helps you save time and avoid unnecessary complications. And the best part, it's the most economical IoT platform available. Bolt is applicable in large-scale industries as well. You can integrate Bolt with your heavy-duty machines like this, and this, and ensure they're performing at their optimum level. Put simply, Bolt is where all your worries to build an IoT product or project come to an end.
So as you see, the possibilities are limitless. Whether you want to monitor your own performance or the performance of your products, whether you're a businessman, a developer, or a maker, whether you're from the banking industry, FMCG industry, or the automobile industry, Bolt will save you lots.
Yeah, sorry for the interruption. We will move on to PPT now. So I have shown you two websites, right? That is, first one is without frameworks, and the next one is with frameworks. So, is there any audio issue now? Is my voice is audible now? Ninja playlist. Yeah, I think everything is fine now. So now coming to the backend combinations, there are many backend combinations like Melon stack, Mean stack, Django stack, and .NET stack, and the LAMP stack also. So what is MEN stack? MEN stack is basically when you abbreviate it, M is MongoDB, E is Express.js, and R is React.js, and the Node.js. And what's the difference between MEN and Mean stack is just using different framework for the front end. So first one, MEN stack. React.js is the framework for the front end, which will be using the main stack, and the main stack you will be using AngularJS. So coming to the Django, you will be using mainly Python, and .NET stack. It is basically built by the Microsoft developers, and the language that is used here is C sharp. And coming to the LAMP stack, uh, it is not more important. Many of us will be learning Menstack and Minstack only. Uh, Anyhow, I will be telling you what is LAMPstack also. So LAMPstack is basically that is based upon Linux, Apache, MySQL, and PHP. So .NET is a framework that is built by Microsoft that is using C sharp. So what I will suggest you is to learn Menstack. Because Menstack you will be learning uh, MongoDB Node.js, right, in the backend. MongoDB is the database and the Node.js in the backend, and the Express.js is the framework that you will be using in the backend. So it will be easy for you even if you want to build some basic backend websites. Now, coming to the parts of the backend, there are Node.js, Express.js, and the MongoDB. So, what is MongoDB? MongoDB is the database, that is digestive system of the body. it will be getting the info, it will be having all the information in it, and if you want to access the information from the front end, so the message, the request will be sent to backend via like the request will be sent to the database via backend, that is using Node.js or Express.js, and then the information will be in the MongoDB, right? MongoDB database. Those information will be sent to front end, and those will be displayed in the front end using backend itself, that is Node.js or Express.js. So coming to the front-end frameworks, I have told you, right, React.js and AngularJS. Most of us will be using these frameworks for the front-end only. Even if there are some other frameworks like Vue.js also, most of us will be using React.js or AngularJS. What I will suggest you is React.js is will be easy to learn, and even in React.js we will use JavaScript only. But in AngularJS we will be using TypeScript, so you have to learn it again. But even though TypeScript is also easy as JavaScript only, so it's better to learn React.js instead of AngularJS. But the functionalities you will be getting in the React.js and AngularJS will be same in the both. Yeah, coming to the third website I wanted to show you is a full stack website, which there will be HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Node.js, MongoDB as the database, and the frameworks I have used is Bootstrap, Express.js are used. I will show you the code now, and I will be running the code also. Yeah, this is the code. So when you want to start any backend website, instead of running, you should open the terminal and just type Node.js and the main file, that is app.js, and then you need to run it. So you can see here that it is running on the port 288 in the local server, and the backend database is connected also. So you can just go on to Chrome, and then you can access local host 288. Then you can view the uh, application here, and I have created three logins here, that is student login and teachers login and the admin login also. So you can, I have given some usernames before only, so I have just clicking on them. While submitted, the information relating to the candidate will be displaying here, and so basically what this website is, it is a activity points website. In our college, I found an issue regarding submitting the activity point certificate as a hard copy. So if you submit the hard copy to a mentor to validate it, so it will be burden to a mentor also to maintain them, and so there will be no 24 by 7 access, and they should manually correct them, and should show the marks and should calculate them, right? So it will be burden to them also. Instead of them like that, I have, what I have thought is making a website where a student can just submit their soft copies. So if you can just click on uh, yeah, any section, and you can submit the document here, and if you just click on a photo and submit it, initially it is not verified by the teacher, right? So it will be in the unverified section. So I have just submitted it, right? Yeah, even if you want, you can delete it also. If it is verified by the teacher later on, like my mentor is Kiran ma'am, right? If I go into Kiran ma'am's login, yeah, you have to go into teacher's login, and these are the students under the ma'am, and there are several unverified files here. You can just click on them, and you can just give marks to them. You can verify them like this, and then if it is verified, then it will be coming into a verified section, and the marks will be automatically updated here. So the main issue is you have to find some events, right? So the event section will be displaying here. So these are the events, those are going on right now. You can just know about them just by clicking on this link, and it will be redirecting to the event page. And also it will be displaying how many marks you will be getting when you are participating in this event. So when you are participating in a group event, even if you cannot find any similar matches in your friends to participate in the event, you can just find some people here who are interested as like you. So you can just contact them just by clicking on. So this is basically about my full stack website that I have built. So what I will suggest you is instead of learning also parallelly implement them, and you have to learn them. At the end, if you have built a project, then it will be useful for you also. So after these, I have participated in an Flipkart hackathon, and they have given a problem statement. Like roughly, I will be telling about those. The problem statement is simply to construct a clone website of Spotify, and there will be some options, some specifications they have told me to work upon. So it was a worst experience for me and my team also. We couldn't able to complete the whole website in the 3 days they have given, and so it's better to learn everything and later on participate in the hackathons. Even if you have learned front end also, it's fine. But you in your team, make sure that you are having enough members of every technology. Like if you are knowing front end, then there should be a person who is knowing back end also. And it's better to have persons who are knowing every technology. Even it's not there also, it's fine. So make sure that you are having a team that is knowing everything about a full stack web development, so that even if you are getting any problem statement also, you can work upon them. So mistakes during the web development is in the web development you will be, yeah, in the web development you will be getting outputs in a large screen, right? And you will be getting some colorful outputs. It will be very pleasing to your eyes also. But coming to the like DSA or something, you will be getting outputs of 1 line, 2 lines and numbers. There will be no coloring in it also. But you have to focus on the DSA in parallelly, because you will be having DA in the future on SEMs, and you have to learn those, right? And also even for the placements also, you have to learn DSA. It will be main and the foremost thing also. For the projects, you can learn web development. So try to maintain those parallelly and try to participate in the events later on also. So coming to the roadmap, I will be suggesting you the roadmap like this, because I have followed the same roadmap, and it was a great experience for me also. So firstly, you have to start off with HTML, and then you can move on to CSS, and then JavaScript, and then the Bootstrap framework. Many of us will be doing a mistake after the CSS only, because after learning CSS, you will be learning Bootstrap. It's not the correct way, I think so, because after the CSS you can learn JavaScript. Then you will get an idea, and then you can build a project on that. Or if you want to build a project later on learning of Bootstrap also, it's fine. So try to learn Bootstrap later the JavaScript. So after doing a project based on these technologies, the framework relating to these are like React.js and AngularJS are there, right? So in those you have to select one. I have told you to select React.js, right? So instead of learning React.js now, if you wanted to learn backend at a go, so learn the React.js at the last. because even if you don't know React.js in the beginning stage of the web development is also it's fine. So try to learn React.js at the last. But if you want to become a front-end developer only, so try to learn React.js after building a front-end project so that you will get a clear idea and then build a React.js or Angular project at the later on. So try to learn CS, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and then Bootstrap, and then front-end project. Now coming to the backend roadmap, try learn Node.js. At the start, you will be doing coding mostly based on the Express.js framework only, but just you have to know what is Node.js, right? So you will be knowing Node.js at the start, and then go on to Express.js and the database that is MongoDB. You can use I will suggest you to use MongoDB Atlas instead of using MongoDB local storage. Try to use cloud storage because it will give you some options like you can scale them, and it will give better performance if you wanted to invest some money also. So and then if you can learn RESTful APIs and authentication, authorization, and the deployment and DevOps, you can learn now. Instead of them, you can just go on to the project by learning a Node.js, Express.js, and MongoDB. You can just build a project that is a front end plus back end project, and then you can learn React.js and AngularJS, and then you can move on to MERN project where you have learned React.js here, right? And the Node.js you have learned, Express.js you have learned, and the MongoDB also you have learned. So like this, you can build a project later on. And here, what are the authentication and authorization is you can just when you log into any website, you will be having login, right? You will be having login page or sign in page. So authentication is basically that you are the correct user or not, and authorization is that if you wanted to access some information, the authorization will be done, and that will let you know if you can access that information or not. And coming to the deployment is that if you just search in the Google like google.com, then the website will be opening, right? So the link that is generating, that is the generated by the deployment. So that can be generated by deploying a website in some of the websites like GitHub for the front end websites, and the back end you can use Heroku, and later on render.com you can use. Those can be used. So when you deploy them, you will a link will be generated so that it can be shared to others, so that anybody can be access can anybody can access that link and open the website. Even learning develop deployment will be great because you can just deploy your websites, and you can keep the link in your resume as well. So yeah, as I mentioned here, fourth, fifth, and sixth steps are used for high-end projects. If you wanted to build a basic back-end project, you can learn them later. Yeah, what else can be learned in extension to full stack web development? What else can be learned with the full stack web development, or like if you have learned full stack web development like the main stack or mean stack, whatever you wanted to learn. I have suggested you main stack, right? So uh, you can learn performance optimization, like if it's not like if you just build a website, it will be launched as a product, because there will be many issues like scaling issues in the sense sometimes if you wanted to access any website, there will be 404 error, 504 error, right? So those are scaling issues and the performance issues with the website. So you can learn about those, and then you can optimize your website, and then you can use search engine optimization. So search engine optimization is uh, mainly based upon searching any word in the search bar. Like if you take examples like Amazon and AGO, if you are searching anything in the AGO, the search engine will not be as pleasing that you are getting in the Amazon, because in the AGO you will be getting like these are not available, like that kind of stuff you will getting if you are searching for a particular item. But in Amazon it will be not, it will not be like that, because you will be getting any related products to that. So that is the point, you will be optimizing your search engine. Instead of getting nothing, you should be getting something related to the word that you have searched in the website. So currently the best search engine that we are having is Netflix search engine, where you will be getting very related stuff to the matter that you have entered in the website. So coming to the DevOps, what are DevOps? So development operations are known as DevOps. So these are also relating to the performance and integration of the website. This is mainly used for the websites that have built earlier. So the earlier websites, to redefine the website and to integrate those, so these DevOps are used here. So even you can learn machine learning later on, because even if you have learned full stack web development now, and later on if you have learned machine learning, so before I have showed you a website, right, that is based upon submitting a certificate. So in that submitting a certificate, I have used only full stack web development, there is no ML there. So teacher has to access that certificate and has to give the marks. Instead of that, in machine learning you can just build a machine using the machine learning. I just it will be auto verified by the uh, machine itself, and there will be no burden for the teacher also. It will be automatically verified and the marks will be given automatically based on the certificate and the performance. So it will be done automatically, but it will be a high-end project. It's not like building that at the start. You can just learn some basic stuff and the search engine and optimizations, and you can collaborate those later on also. Um, Up to now, are there any queries to you? Yeah. Are there any queries till now? Anshika, Arya, Ninja Playlist, Shivangi Gupta. Are there any queries to you now? Yeah, okay, that's great. Ninja Playlist, like what you are studying now? Are you currently in the first year or the second year? Yeah, feel free to message me. There is no issue. Yeah, you can ask your queries now. Yeah, I will summarize the topics that I have told you now. Yeah. Uh, to what the language to start off with, I have told you, right? It's better to start with C++ if you haven't started yet. So if you have started the coding in Java, in Python also, it's fine, but try to learn all the technologies like OOPS concepts like object-oriented programming and the data structures you have to learn, and the design analysis and of algorithms. Try to learn those. It will be useful for you in the later on semesters, and even for the placements. The DSA and the DA are very useful. So when it comes to placements, what they will think of is you should be having something to show in your resume. Like the DSA and DA part will be checked later on in the interview part, and in the resume to attract the interviewer. What you will be having, or you can either have some projects to show to the interviewer, or you can have some best ranks in the coding platforms, like having 5 stars, 4 stars. So if you have both, then that will be great. So for anyone, it will be difficult to manage those both. So I will suggest you is you can do projects, and then you can keep them in your resume. Those can attract the interviewer, or you can just participate in some of the events and gain some stars in your coding platforms. Yeah, I have told you what I have did in my first year and the second year. I have started DSA and the pros and cons of the DSA I have told you, and then what is front end and back end I have told you, and all the technologies in the front end. And I have shown you two websites also, right? One is the photo gallery website and the e-commerce website, and also the backend technologies: Mean Stack, Men Stack, Django Stack, .NET Stack, Lamp Stack. If you want to know in depth of each web development stack like Men Stack and Mean Stack, you can just search on YouTube. You can find many videos based upon those. So mainly you will be getting videos on Men Stack and Mean Stack only. So try to learn those. Even you can find some like placements or jobs in later on after your BTech on Menstack and Winstack, and also Django you can find, but the Lampstack and .NET, those will be useless. And these are the backend technology: Node.js, Express.js, and the MongoDB Atlas. And I have told you that what are React.js and AngularJS also. So this is the project 3 I have shown you, right? Activity Points website. And then my Flipper Hackathon experience. I have told you the roadmap. So I will post these roadmaps in my Instagram profile, that is Mani Chegu, and also I will be posting them in the LinkedIn. In my mainly I will be posting in the LinkedIn profile only, not on the Instagram. So try to connect me on LinkedIn profile, that is Mani space Chegu. So there you can just take the screenshot of it, or I will share the screenshots in the LinkedIn profile as well. So these are the backend. First, you can learn in the front end. You can learn HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and then Bootstrap, and then you can move on to a front end project. Then Node.js, Express.js, MongoDB, and then you can move on to a front end plus backend project. You can learn React.js, and then you learn deployment, and then you can move on to main projects. Yeah, these are the technologies you can learn in extension to FH, that is performance optimization, search engine optimization, DevOps, and ML. You can integrate them, and you can get a beautiful website at the end. Uh, Ninja playlist. Where I am a student in class 6. Currently, you are in the 6th standard. Okay, that's great. You wanted to start coding, right? I think it's too early to start coding, but even if you are having some interest, so I will suggest you to start with the C++ only. You can learn, and it will be easy only, and by some guidance you can learn. So I will be giving my uh, My LinkedIn profile, you can just contact me there. Yeah, it's Mani Cheku. You can just message me on LinkedIn. Ninja playlist. Yeah, if you are having any queries, you can ask me now. We will be wrapping up the session now. Thank you for joining and thank you for Bold IoT for giving me this opportunity. So from many days I thought to do an event like this. So they have created me a platform to do the event. And the team of Bolt IoT, Himanshu Arya, I thank you so much because you have helped me to make this event successful. So thank you. This is my LinkedIn profile, Mani Chegu. So so Saket, to build some logical thinking, so you can't even solve basic questions. So it's not like that. I think you are in CSC. So it's better to work upon weekly events like Code Chef, and also try to solve the basic problems, and then later on you can move on to some big questions like DSA questions like that. So it will be useful for you also if you can participate in those events and try to solve the basic problems, and then you can move on to large problems. Yeah. Are there any queries still now? Yeah, okay. Thank you for joining the session. Yeah, goodbye. Thank you.